I can predate back before drugs and alcohol was ever even a part of my story, and the unmanageability is definitely there, you know. Although my parents were very young, they were both very, very ready to bring me up in this world. Get new toys and they would fill me up in that moment, and then I'd be done with them and I wouldn't want to play with them, and I would cry and cry and cry. My mom used to say that I would cry like somebody was breaking my legs, and she'd always say, "I'm not a three-ring circus. I don't know what you want from me." I was diagnosed with ADHD and I started to take medicine, and that was also the year that I took my first drink. I always stick to the kids that maybe are a little bit more rough around the edges and whatnot. So I stopped taking my medicine. I started selling it to kids at school because they wanted it. I had my first with a lot of different drugs. I had my first with methamphetamines. I had my first with cocaine. I had my first with LSD, mushrooms, a bunch ecstasy, a bunch of stuff. We would go out at night and break windows. I would break sometimes up to 50 to 100 windows a night of cars, houses, churches, businesses. Didn't matter. If it broke, we threw rocks at it. Sitting drunk, like stabbing myself. I had somehow found Oxycontin. I'm stabbing myself with a needle, trying to hit a vein, can't because I'm drunk as shit. I had progressed from pills. Pills became too expensive, so I started shooting dope. We stopped going out. You know, I didn't eat anything except for ramen noodles in this taco truck, because, you know, I didn't want to leave. If I did want to leave the house, I didn't want to go very far. You know, I'd always said that I didn't want kids because I was too crazy for kids. I didn't want to ever have to grow up for anybody. You know, so finding out that she was pregnant was, it was a big thing to be dropped in you know, a 18 or 19-year-old heroin addict's life, you know. And I come back to the house and I shoot the rest of the black tar that I have, and I do just a little bitty key bump just to test the quality of this China White. I overdosed right then and there. I like laid in bed for like 3 days, couldn't move, and then finally they put me in a detox. And I got this notion that, like, because I had X amount of days in the program or time in the program, that like I had this thing licked, and it's like, this is not the fucking common cold that we're dealing with. You know, this is a disease. This is not a, you know, you can't use the program as a Band-Aid. You can't just, you know, go out and do whatever you want and you know, stay clean and live dirty and do all this bullshit, and then, you know, once you get miserable enough that you want to get high, then come back into the rooms. That's not how this works. I've tried that and it doesn't work. If you don't treat every day like it's your first day, this could very well be your last day. I have come in and I've come out, and I've been happy in this program, and I've also died in this program, and I've died inside in this program. And I know that the only way to really truly live a good life is to stay sober, to work the steps. I've lived a life where I worked the steps every day in my everyday life, and I've lived it where I haven't. The number one thing that happens no matter what, if I stop living this program, is I drink. And when I drink, for me to drink is to die. People feel as if though through coming to the program that you're being defeated, but you're not. Taking that step is probably one of the biggest and most important things that you can do if you're a drug addict or an alcoholic like me.
Please like this video and share your experiences below. Don't forget to subscribe and see our latest video on Find Rehab Center's official channel.